up until last year. I'm 38. I don't change vehicles very much. When I got something I like it. And it's mine.
Amen.
And that's just the way I'm going to abide. I do God the same way. I'm going to abide in Him. I'm not going to change Him for a newer model just because it's got some little more bells and whistles. Amen. No, I don't want that. I want what I've got. Amen. I want what God has for me. I know that I'm blessed. Amen. And highly favored tonight. I know that God is on my side. I know that God is still in control. And I know God is the King of Kings. And I know that He is on His way. Amen. I know that He's returning for His people that are ready for Him.
Amen.
If we'll just abide. A lot of people are just nomads. They go from here to there, back and forth, one place to another. Let's get in with God. And let's abide with Him. I'm going to tell you that you abide with God, this ain't nothing. What we felt here tonight, it ain't even just the tip of the iceberg with what God has in store for our lives and for this church and for His people. I mean, you're talking about the God of the universe. Do you think this is it? Absolutely not. No, this ain't it. God has great and mighty things for His people. We can have heaven right here on earth. We can live right now, amen, with Him. We sit right now in heavenly places. Amen. We sit right now in heavenly places if we'll just abide with Him. Brother Jesse, I got news for people. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. Amen. Oh well. Look, they got coffee and tea over here, or they have this, or they have this program, or that. Listen, hey, that's all well and good, but let's make it about Jesus. Amen. Let's be sure that we're focusing on God and that He's on His way and that we're making ourselves ready. Our preparation for the next church, our preparation to see the lost saved. Let's make sure that we're abiding in the vine. He's the vine and we are the branches. Not the other way around. Amen. He's the vine and we are the branches. Just like Ivan said, we got a work to do. We got a job to do. And if we didn't, and that's what I tell Micah all the time. Micah kind of gets discouraged sometimes, and he deals with fear a lot. And I always tell him, Micah, I said, I know that God is going to do something great with you, son. He said, why do you think I said, because the devil fights you harder than anybody I know, besides Gabriel. Amen. Those two are going to be great and mighty men of God, because I know that the devil fights both of them so hard, and they struggle, with things, and I just know that God. I'm excited. I can't wait. Christians like, he's my baby. I don't want him to grow. I'm like, man, I want to see what God's going to do with him. Amen. I want to watch the explosion. Because I'm going to tell you, when the lid comes off, it's over with. He can already talk a hungry dog off a chuck wagon. So I guarantee you that when God calls him and unlooses him and lets him go, that it's going to be Katie bar the door. Amen. Because and that's why the devil's fighting you so hard. I know that the devil's fighting me, the devil's fighting you, but I know that God has good things in store for us. Amen. This is what we've been talking about, the calm before the storm. Amen. Was anybody surprised? Amen. No, not me. I wasn't surprised. I've been here before. Amen. This ain't my first rodeo. I know how the devil likes to work and likes to get in there. And just like Jules said, it's not, we have to remember that it's not the people, it's the devil. Amen. I didn't go up there looking to pick a fight with an individual. I went up there to look and pick a fight with the devil. Amen. I knew that that's who was behind everything and why it was all going on. Because you know how I knew? Because everything about it was deceitful. Everything about it was wrong. Everything was being done in the dark, and everything was trying to be done behind somebody else's back. Amen. That's how I knew that it was the devil. Amen. It wasn't that individual. It was the devil. And when I confronted that devil, he didn't like it very much. Amen. He didn't like it at all. It got, a little intense for him there for just a little while. And, and I left out of there just still as cool as a cucumber. Hollered at Micah, said, hey, Micah, let's go, buddy. And we walked and we got in the vehicle and we left. And that's the way that we can, that we'll come out of things unscathed if we'll just abide. Amen with Him. Tonight, I hope you've been encouraged. I hope you've been lifted up. You can go home and read the rest of Psalm 91. I want you to. I encourage you to. If you're having a bad time, if you're having a rough way to go, Psalm 91 is a great psalm, a great lift up, a great word to lift your spirits, to raise you up. God can encourage us. God is an encourager. He's not a discourager, Brother Jesse. He wants you to get in His Word. He wants you to read. He wants you to study. He wants you to pray. He wants you to speak to Him. Amen. Sister Jamie, if you would, let's stand tonight. If she'll come and sing that last song that she sang a minute ago.
Thanks for joining with us for the broadcast from New Beginning Worship Center in Greenback, Tennessee. We are located at 6501 Highway 411 South in Greenback, Tennessee, zip code 37742. Emails may be addressed to nbwcmailbox@gmail.com. Pastor Marcus Severance and the congregation invite you to join with us Sundays at 10 a.m. for teaching, followed by worship services at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. We also meet midweek at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. We're located on Highway 411 in Greenback, Tennessee, just 3 buildings down from the intersection of Highway 95. If you can't meet with us in person, please join us again next time for our broadcast.